The Green Bay Packers might have just given the Chicago Bears a huge gift before Saturday night's contest in the wild card round of the playoffs. My name is Harrison Graham. I will tell you what that gift is coming up here in just a few moments. But we got an updated look at our subscriber battle from down 100 subs to up 390. Shout out to the Bears Now gang. I knew you guys would step up to the plate. We are burying Joey Peterson in the Packers report, but I heard he made a strong push today. So let's not rest on our laurels here. If you have not subscribed already, support the show. Let's beat the Packers report, and let's beat them to 1,000 new subs this week. We're 88 away. We, of course, will be live on Saturday night as well. Let's win the sub battle. Let's win on Saturday night, and let's have a party. Subscribe, bear down. Let's get into the video. Did the Packers give the Bears some bulletin board material? It's a classic phrase that fans love to put out there. We're going to talk about it here. Two notable Packers made some, interesting comments expressing their confidence in one person's case, and in the first person's case we're talking about, towing that line in terms of trash talk, in terms of what we could see on Saturday night, and that is Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs, who, to his credit, has embraced being a Packer and embraced this Packers-Bears rivalry, which I appreciate. I want Bears players to hate the Packers. I want Packers players to hate the Bears. That's how it should be. But I thought he had an interesting comment when it came to his quarterback, Jordan Love, who, of course, suffered a concussion in the last game against the Bears when he ducked his head a little. Maybe Austin Booker dipped his a little, The league certainly thought so. They suspended him, but bottom line is if Love doesn't duck his head, he's not concussed. But that's neither here nor there. Here's what Josh Jacobs had to say. He said, I know a lot of guys on the Packers took that hit that he took a little personal. So I'm not saying we're going to go out there and play dirty or nothing like that, but we're definitely going to defend our brother. And if you're the Bears, you got to toe that line. Even if the Packers early on are being chippy, if they're playing after the whistle, don't do something to cost yourselves. Don't have a ridiculous penalty in a ridiculous spot that could cost you. I would expect there to be some chippiness early on in this game, and you got to know where that line is, and you can't cross it, because every penalty, every mistake in these type of games can be deadly. It can just be the difference between winning and losing. The margins are that slim in the NFL playoffs. I'll say this too for Josh Jacobs. And again, he didn't say anything like crazy egregious, like we're going to go after Caleb Williams or something like that. I do wonder when these athletes do put this stuff out there, though, before these big games, what exactly does he gain? Like, what does he gain? If anything, it's bulletin board material for the Bears. If not, it's nothing. Like, best case scenario, it means nothing. So I did think that was kind of an interesting strategy to put that out there. And by the way, something that Packers fans refuse to acknowledge or even discuss is DJ Moore, and this is a screen grab of the video, just getting absolutely clobbered by Keyshawn Nixon in the back in the middle of a play early on in that game. No fine for that one, by the way. And I get it. League protects their quarterbacks, multi-billion-dollar business. Okay. They want to call that hit on DJ Moore incidental. I disagree, but I guess they can make that case. Listen, it's a rivalry. It's a huge one. It's only the third time these two teams have ever met in the playoffs. It's 1-1. The Bears won a game back in the 40s. The Packers won in 2010. Third time they've met in 6 weeks. These teams know each other well, so I would expect there to be some fireworks in this football game. Coming up, another Packers figure, Jeff Hafley, provided some more material for the Chicago Bears, expressing his confidence that this will not be the last game of the season for the Green Bay Packers. But first, we are sponsored by Rocket Money, a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Have you ever had a moment when you realized you needed help getting your finances under control? Was it a specific purchase, a bill, a blank statement that made you think, I really need to fix this. Well, Rocket Money is going to get your finances under control. They can help you cancel those subscriptions you no longer want. It'll list them all out for you within the app. You might realize you've doubled up on certain subscriptions. Maybe you have multiple accounts of the same streaming platform or something else. Or maybe you realize, oh gosh, I don't even use that anymore. I don't even use this anymore. You could save a lot of money just by canceling basic subscriptions you don't use, and they're going to help you do that in a timely manner. They can even negotiate to lower certain bills with businesses. In your case, maybe it's your electric bill, phone bill, whatever. They will scan what's out there and what's available, and if there's a better price, they will let you know, and you can switch providers if you choose to do that. So let Rocket Money help you reach your financial goals faster. Join today, rocketmoney.com/bearsnow. That is rocketmoney.com/bearsnow, rocketmoney.com/bearsnow. Check out Rocket Money, grow your savings. Your boy did so, and my wife and I were able to buy a house. Pretty awesome. Okay, Jeff Hafley, who's going to get some head coach interviews. I think he's already got in Tennessee as we're filming this. He'll probably have a couple others as well, although his stock's probably dipped a little bit. That his defense hasn't been great since the loss of Micah Parsons. So, a win over the Bears would go a long way in his resume without Micah Parsons. But he is confident that they will win. Talking about the Packers, he almost got emotional this week at the press conference, because he knows there's a chance he may not be back next year, talking about, how grateful he is to Green Bay and all that. But at the end of his press conference, this is what he had to say. Quote, "Everything I've been a part of here, what a blessing it's been to be here for me and my family, so I appreciate that. We are not going to be done." Talking about the game on Saturday. That's not going to be the end, he says. "So I will see you guys," talking about the media, "next week." Because coordinators speak once per week, and he's saying, this isn't the end. I'll see you guys next week. And look, I think a lot of this stuff is just like for the fans, right? Like, it kind of creates like trash talk on social media. But I do think a lot of athletes, especially in this social media world, any extra motivation helps, right? That little bookmark button on Twitter, just we'll toggle that a little bit and, store that in the old memory bank. And just if it's a little extra motivation for someone on this football team, some players on this team, like, hey, did you hear that Jeff Hafley guy? He's basically thinking they're going to shut us down, that they're going to be playing next week. Let's prove that SOB wrong, right? Like, again, I can't speak to these players doing that, but I do know for a fact, and you guys have seen it, that these players, they hear things. They're online. They see what these other coaches, what fans, what people are saying, and, sometimes they respond to it publicly. Sometimes they store it in the old memory bank, use it as motivation. Sometimes they store it, and then if they win, they will unleash the receipts, which we'll talk about in a second. But here's what I think the Bears need to do just in their overall approach with all this, because I have not really seen a quote from a Bears player, coach, or anything this week that has kind of created these type of headlines, right? Chicago needs to play with a lot of energy. They got to meet the moment in that regard. But more importantly, they need to play smart. They need to play with intelligence. That's a word Ben Johnson used when he first took this job. I want intelligent football players. And I think the Bears have played smart this year. I think they added a lot of smart players. A guy like Joe Thuney, a guy like Drew Dahlman. Football is a violent game, but it's a very mind kind of numbing game in terms of like all 11 people are doing different things on every single play. So you have to have really deep brain power to play this game at this level because there's a lot going on out there and you have to make split-second decisions. So playing smart, kind of like what we said earlier, don't cross that line and have stupid personal foul penalties, is going to be a big factor in who wins and who loses this game. I thought Cole Kmet said it perfectly this week. It's not about who wants it more. It's about the details. Everybody on that field wants it. It's Bears, Packers in the playoffs. They all want it. It's not them wanting it more than us. It's not us wanting it more than them. It's about who plays the best, who plays the smartest, and who plays the cleanest. The sharper team will win this game. I don't think there's a big enough gap one way or the other that it's going to, like Rams, Panthers. If the Rams have a B- game, they'll still probably win. And Bears, Packers, if one team plays B+, the other plays B-, the B+ team probably wins because there's not enough of a gap. The margins are thin. That's why the line this week has been between 1.5 points on either side of the coin. for the Bears and for the Packers, and that line continues to move and be around to pick them. It wouldn't shock me at all if it closed as a pick 'em. It's going to come down to the details. It's going to come down to a handful of moments in this game, and the Bears need to be the smarter team, the more disciplined team, and the sharper team. And all this trash talk, and I'm a fan of it, and we'll see some of it during the game, and you got to show that edge. You got to know where that line is. And hey, my advice, save the receipts. Hit that little bookmark button, hit that little like button. And if you want to fully unload the chamber of receipts, if you win this game on Saturday night, have at it. That's the beauty of playing in a rivalry game. That's the beautiful part of doing that. So we'll see if the Bears have the maturity to meet this moment. I think the approach this week has been good, and I'm excited to see how these guys play on Saturday night. You guys know what to do. FGB down in the comments section below. It's a motto. Nothing changes when it comes to being a Bears fan. It's F Green Bay. You guys know the drill. So get it spammed in the comments below. And join us for Bears Packers Saturday night live at 5 o'clock Central. Ahead of kickoff at 7 o'clock. Thanks to helping us reach 150,000 subscribers. We promised we'd go live 2 hours early if we did so, and we did. Now we're on to 151,000. Be there on Saturday night. It's going to be a movie.